So today I'm going to share with you how to conduct literature search and how to use Endnote and plagiarism to avoid the plagiarism using Turnitin. Okay, so there will be three components. As I mentioned, like for literature search, I will mostly use the PubMed, and later I will show you Endnote and also Turnitin. So before we go for literature search, we need to know what is exactly literature review is. Literature review is a critical, in-depth evaluation of a research which is already undertaken on a specific topic by accredited scholars and researchers. Because we can, from the Google or somewhere, we can look for many paper or many things, many information, but it should be accredited, scientifically proved. That's why literature review needs to be done properly. And from literature review, actually what we get the gaps in our literature and find out what information already exists in our field of research and find other people who are working on this field and the methodology and the context of our research and what previously done so we can compare. Even without literature review, actually we cannot cannot format our hypothesis. We need the knowledge, previous knowledge, right? So to develop a search strategy, actually we can use many things. First of all, we need to define our topic. First thing, we need to write down your research question. And the second thing you are supposed to do, identify what type of literature you are looking for. Okay, is it primary research in journal article, systemic review, or case study, or policy documents, books, or what you are looking for. And the third thing, you need to identify source to search, that which source you are going to search. Like databases, we can use Web of Science, PubMed, and other sources. And then you can go for Google Scholar to look for books, patent, and other things. And also sometimes individual things or the website from the library, like our own library, library, or other library also. And something like Wikipedia, we can go for the previous information to see the background information or what are the other external reference we can look for. To develop the search strategy, once you find out, you need to develop two things, your keywords and mesh terms. Mesh search term is specifically for those in the medical field, because I will later tell it more about which are more relevant to your search result. And then you need to think what are the scope of your topic and what you need to exclude, what you need to include. And then design, whatever design you adopt and whatever you do, you must do the recording of that. So today I'm going to tell about the PubMed, like how you can search from the PubMed. I choose PubMed rather than Web of Science because PubMed is more like related to biomedical science. That's why. And then this is the PubMed site. For the PubMed, we can use mesh word and then Boolean operators, truncation, quotation, search field, filter, these things. So when we go for the PubMed, we use certain Boolean operators. Boolean operators are simple conjunctive words that and or not, and always remember those are for use in capital words, and these allow us to either to add or to exclude in our keywords. So first thing, the and. If you see and actually allow us to narrow your search by combining the words. Like if you search cleft lip, you can find like 12K, 1000K. Then if you search the cleft palate, you will find like 17K like article, but if you combine cleft lip and cleft palate, the number will be reduced. Okay, so it's actually reducing the number of your article. So this is how it looks like. I just show in the slide. Then the next Boolean operator you can use for or actually broaden your search, like is or either. Something like if you search for the kidney stone in the PubMed, it will look like this. If you gallbladder stone, it will look like this. And then urinary bladder stone only 74. But if you include all of them, like gallbladder stone or kidney stone or other stone, then it will be 5,528. So this is how it looks like. So gallbladder stone, it's only 141. If you search gallbladder stone or kidney stone or urinary bladder stone, it's like 5,528. So next Boolean operator you can use is not. So suppose you are searching for anxiety. So when it goes for anxiety, it comes up loud like this, because anxiety also may be including depression. It's a common term. But when you put anxiety, not depression, then actually it filter your searching. The number is reduced. Okay. So that's how not can be used in your searching. So this is anxiety. And when you put anxiety, not depression, actually the number is almost like half. Then another Boolean marks are quotation marks you can use. Like if you search colon cancer, result is like this. But if you put colon in the colon cancer, the quotation marks, it search not colon or cancer separately. It will search only colon cancer. That's why the number reduce.
Tania, hold on. There is a comment here that the students can't hear you. Can we have a response from students? Can you all hear Dr. Tania?
Yes.
Can you hear, Prof?
Can.
Okay.
Can, Prof.
We can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, there seems to be one student who has written here, Dr. Tania can't hear. Okay, now I think maybe just move closer to the mic and speak. All right, thank you. Sorry.
Okay, Prof. Then another Boolean operator is the truncation wildcard. That is like find out the synonyms. Like if you
now we can't hear you. You're going in and out. I'm not sure, at least for me.
Yeah, internet is fluctuating actually. So the if you put the asterisks, it's like therapies, therapeutics, all those things come out. Okay, and then like intubate also, it will search for intubate, intubation, intubating, like synonym words which we use in the medical terms. This is how it looks like when we put in the PubMed intube. It looks like that. The next one is the field tag. Field tags normally we don't use that much. In the advanced search we can use, like someone name you put, you want to find his or her publication, then you can put the name and then the author as a short. In the third bracket you can put AU, like TI for title, TX text word, like this. Then another thing, once you search, you can actually filter your search. You can filter the timeline, like you can click on the time, like last 10 years, 5 years, 15 years, or if you are going for pediatric patient, maybe you can look for the age, what age you can tick, and then only those age related paper will come out. or you want only English language paper, you can tick also, something like that. That's our filter. So for the, as I mentioned earlier, first thing you need to do, write down your research question for the search. Here I put a simple one, like, can tamoxifen be used for the prevention of breast cancer among postmenopausal women? If you look for it, the main keywords are tamoxifen, prevention, breast cancer, and postmenopausal women. So let's go look in the PubMed. Actually, in the PubMed, if you type the PubMed, you can see two things. One is PubMed. This is for normal PubMed one, the Gov one, and this one is the NCBI one, which is we use for the archive, which got many more publication, more information. Okay, but two things we use. I just opened two things to save some time. This is one. Okay, this is PubMed Central, which we can search, and the another one, this one is PubMed Gov. Actually, this is we need for the mesh word. Before I said like mesh words are actually used. Mesh word means medical subject heading. Like suppose we are talking about head injury. So there may be mean by head injury maybe concussion or some craniocerebral damage or something else. So actually the mesh word, what they did, the PubMed Gov, the National Library of Medicine, they decide what are the words, mesh word they can take. So once you look for using those mesh words, actually they can filter all those words related to this. Like I want to show. Just now I can see, right? So once you put the breast cancer, it looks like the result is like 512,000, right? Okay, but if we put the quotation marks, actually you can see the number reduce. Okay, and then what I want to do, maybe we can go for the mesh word, but before that I want to show like we want to use Boolean word, and you remember the research question was, from the research question, the keywords were breast cancer, tamoxifen, postmenopausal women, and prevention. So I tried breast cancer, and so this one, postmenopausal women, also I need to put in quotation mark. So search, you can see it reduce more number. Then like this, I can actually put tamoxifen and can put, and the last one was prevention. So once you search, you can see it's only 3,000, right? 3K now. So these are the paper related, you can see, okay. And then if I want to filter, I can do, later I will show these things, like 10 years you can tick, or 5 years if you tick, maybe it will be reduced more. Okay, so it's like last 5 years publication. And then whatever you search, you can see from your search here, you can see what are the queries you have done. So this is normally we use for the advanced search, but today I'm going to tell you only the basic one. Okay. So once it's done, I want to show you another thing. Like just now I say the breast cancer. So I will go for the, if I say breast cancer, it may be like can reflect like memory cancer or memory tumor or something else. So what we can do, we can actually, for the mesh term, there is a mesh database. So once you search, it shows the result like breast cancer, lymphedema, unilateral. So you need to pick which one is important. So I think the breast neoplasm is the one. So you can tick and then you can go. Some of them actually show the hierarchical order, what you need to select up or down, something like that. So you add to your search builder and search in the PubMed. Once you search in the PubMed, actually it change. You see, it's also PubMed, but National Library of Medicine it went because they have all the mesh words for you. The expert people just try to select those on. It's like a dictionary. They just make the mesh word for the each and every term. So once you see, search, there is 360, right? Okay. So what we can do, we can select actually. If I want to see 10 years, you can see the number reduced, right? And then you can select, okay, this is female, so I want to select female. And then I want to see the additional filters. So for the species, like I want only for the human, sex already I have done. So maybe the language, I want to do the English, I will go that, okay. And then actually I can click. Okay, so you can see the number actually reduced now. Okay, so this is how in the PubMed we actually do our search. And then the next thing I want to show you, like how from later I will show you how from the PubMed you can transfer your data to the Endnote. Then what you can do, every article you can go and maybe one I just open. So if you see this one got abstract, some of them got the full text, some are not free. So you can click and get the article here. And then if you go down, you can see all the, and then you can look for the mesh terms here also, like what are the mesh terms used for this one. Okay, then every article in the PubMed got PMID, or these two we can use for our Endnote later on. Okay, so I go back to the PubMed one later. Sorry, my one got sorry. So this is what I have done just now shown. So I will put in my slide so you can later check yourself. Okay, the next one after the PubMed, I want to show you the Endnote. So the Endnote is a simple software which manages the bibliographic for our bibliographic management, like what are the references we can put, how it can organize, it can also help us to store all the information, like it's for our own management purpose. Once you see, like you start your dissertation or thesis, like too many references, and then once someone asks to change or something, then it's actually very hectic to do that. And then actually Endnote does that for you. So Endnote actually how it works, it search from all the search engine, and then anything like publish one in the internet, then all the article or all the information is accumulate. And Endnote has many things. Endnote does many things for us. It import or search reference for us, and we can export from Endnote and do other works. So in what Endnote actually do, it's no more consulting a style manually or organizing citation by hand when you are writing a dissertation or research paper or manuscript. So Endnote will do that for you. I don't want to elaborate now here. Maybe I will go and show you how you can do your Endnote. Okay, these are the some important links I put in here. Later you can get it. Okay, so this is how installation of Endnote, those things. I don't think we need to try it.
Yeah, I don't think we'll have time to do a proper EndNote. I think you just need to introduce the EndNote to them, and
Okay,
what
this
really
is
necessary, we can have a separate session on EndNote.
yes.
Yep.
So this is actually Endnote one. So Endnote actually the Endnote actually what it does, it got uh, three part. Okay, the reference panel. The first one you can search. The second one you can search. Sorry, first one is for the library purpose. Second one you can search, and the third one all of your information, what is there you can see. Okay, so once you go, first thing I want to show you just now, we do it in the PubMed. Okay, so once you read this PubMed, we filter, right? Some paper, maybe you saw this paper are related. You after you reading, you find like, okay, these few papers are relevant to me. So you click those, send, and click to citation manager, because Endnote will work for you as a citation file. Then create file. You can also save an email also, but here I am sending them to Endnote manager. So it's already went there. And then if you click down the PubMed, you can see these 6 references are already here. Okay, that's how you can actually import, okay, from the PubMed to here your references. So Endnote, the first one, you can see this is local library, your library, where you can keep your references. Then this is online search, but this is temporary one. After certain time, it will be empty. And this the integrated library. And the second part is you can copy to the local library, you can new references, you can download, you can see where is the full text, something like that. So once I get, we can go to local library, okay, and then we can search something, okay. What we can do, you can look for author, yeah, title, everything you can see, and then you can type here. I just show you the simple one. This is PMID, so we copy it here, and then go to Endnote. Then I just paste it here, and then it's not author, so it's for PMID.
You'll have to see under online search. You click PubMed first.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, now it should work. Now you'll be able to find PMI.
Okay. So once you search, you'll see the definitive paper, the definite one. We just import, okay, using the PMID. So once you see what you can do, you can copy to your local library, or so you copy to your local library, it's already there. You click this is here. Then for your own purpose, you can create your own group. And then suppose this is breast cancer group. So you create your own group. And then from the 7 references, maybe you feel like, okay, this one and this one, you can put control, and then these are my relevant. Then you can actually, you can actually drag them or copy to your one. So you can have special group where you can keep all your citation. And then once you see your paper, then what you can do, you can download your full text. Once you click here, so Endnote will do the one download the paper if they have full text. So it's showing like it's searching, and then you can see the 3. Okay. So got 2 PDF. Once you get the PDF, you can see this sign. Okay. So actually found out of 5, 3. Okay. So once you do, you can click here in the other panel. You can see references, preview, or this one. Okay. So this is your paper for this one. Then once you open it, you can see the full text. And then what you can do, suppose this paper is, this part is important for you. So you just mark it when you read, and then after you just mark some part, and then you mark it and keep it. So you just save it and then just click it. So it's already there. Once you close the Endnote after 10 days or after years, you can open and you can find the same thing. Like that, you can actually keep all your records in the Endnote. Like whatever you have searched, you keep it here, and then you can, Endnote will maintain like as a repository for you, especially. Okay. Then the next thing I want to show, once you open the Endnote, always remember Endnote get corrupted if you don't open the Endnote and your Word file. Okay. So this is suppose a Word file. I want to put my Endnote. So what I'm supposed to do, suppose this is the reference you want to put as a first reference. So you put the insert citation button, and then you can see then here, suppose I want to insert citation again. So you can go to Endnote, and then suppose this one and these 2 paper, actually you think these are your 2nd, 3rd, or 4th citation. So you can put this. Okay. That's how your 4th citation came. So then later your reviewer or your supervisor ask you to change, maybe some add more or change. Then what you can do, you can also edit using the 3rd one. Maybe you don't want anymore. So this is your 3rd citation. So what you can do, you can change. Okay, remove this citation. Okay, and then you can see it's automatically done. This is small one, so we can do manually. But when it's too many thing and the whole thesis you put, and then you need to change. That's why like Endnote is very effective for you. And then some of here the Endnote style is number, but you want to change. Maybe you want to do APA style, so you just click APA style, and you can see the reference style has changed. Okay. That's how Endnote work for you. I think.
At this stage, does anyone have any questions, or do you understand for Tania before she moves on to how the plagiarism software works?
So this is how actually Endnote works, and then again, like for Endnote, anything you want to search, you can go for the not anyone name, you can put here, and then you can do these things part, and then you can search. Okay. I think that's all for the Endnote part.
Tania.
Yes, Prof.
Okay, just very briefly to the students. This is not an exhaustive talk on Endnote. This was just meant to be an introduction. And I think Tania is trying her best to
cover everything.
probably one whole day workshop she's trying to cover in 15 minutes. And she's done a good job here. The idea here is to show that Endnote is a bibliography app which actually helps you annotate your references and use them in probably the most time efficient way in your thesis. The problem with y'all is you write down the thesis manually, the references manually. Every time you change the citations, you have to change the whole numbering, you have to cut and paste everything. Endnote does everything automatically, including the style of references. And that's the biggest advantage of Endnote. The style of references, you can change to APA, you can change to any of the styles you want. And at the same time, if you delete or change or insert new material, the numbers will automatically be adjusted. You don't have to do any of this manually. And it makes a big difference. When you're writing one paper, it doesn't make a difference. You have at most 10, 15 references. You still can delete and change. But when you're writing a thesis, you're probably going to end up with close to 100 references. It will be a nightmare. All right?
Yes. Yeah. And that's why Prof, I want to, last time I showed, then they are very like happy to use. Otherwise, they try to do it manually.
I do have a question for the students. Have you all heard of, especially the first years, have you heard of Endnote or these kind of software before? Is this the first time? You can answer in the chat or you can unmute and answer this question. Is this the first time?
And probably, Tania, you let the student know how to download the software as well.
Prof, the download one I already show, because this thing download one, everything is in details here. So they can just see, and because we provide the slides later, so they can just download and see this, everything is there. How every single step.
It is available in the ICT link Tania has put up there.
That's in your student, you can find it through a student portal.
Yeah,
as well.
Endnote, Turnitin, and SPSS, I think. 3 things.
Yes.
All
and the slide also I put, so they can see just and can do that. That's why I prefer to show them.
We will circulate these slides. These talks are going to be put up on our website as well, but the slides can be sent to you through Shafiq. And in order to download all of the software, include later the stats software, you can download through the student portal, and you can get help from our IT services at
Right. Okay, you can move on.
Yeah. So these are the Endnote, like I have done every single thing I put actually here. So later they can learn themselves, even seeing this. I just show them very quickly because they can get this. So the last one is the how to avoid the plagiarism using the Turnitin software. So actually, the just at the beginning, Prof. Bhairavan already told, like it's a very unethical thing, and then cannot present or copy paste someone else's work. But actually, Turnitin doesn't do only the checking the this thing. It's also have some other work for, but for your purpose, this software in the like we used to check how much it match with your thesis, like that. So Turnitin software normally whenever we use, when you submit your paper, then it try to take from the internet and other possible sources. Is there any like similar things or not? Then it shows how much actually it's similar or dissimilar, like that. So to use the Turnitin, you need to first create an account. Just at the beginning, someone asked, actually got a Turnitin account, but for the student, you need to ask the library to create. They will create an account for you, and they will give you ID password. Using that ID password, the student can log in and then they can submit the thing. Okay. So after creating your Turnitin account, it's later is shown there. Then you can submit your thesis and review the originality of your report. So you can simply go to this website and create an account and do it. Okay. So these are the details how you can create. I just took this slide from the Gauri. So this is details, everything how you can, from the website you can take. And but this thing, the ID password must be provided by the library people.
Yeah, you have to go and ask the library for the password.
Okay.
They change it every few months.
So I will last one show how Turnitin actually work. So this is the Turnitin software. So you need to log in. Once you log into Turnitin, you can see actually my one got some problem. So I took from someone else one. And then you see this page. Normally you can assign like which one is your class, they will create for you. So you can create one of the, either your supervisor or library people can make separate account for you as a student, or you can even ask your supervisor, they have their own Turnitin account. So from that account they can actually create some of the account for the student, different student, and then they can submit it. If you see the Turnitin, the one, actually the first one I submitted, this one shows 0 and the color is green, sorry, blue. So it doesn't have any similarity. Okay. The second one shows yellow color. If normally more than 20, below 20, it shows green color. Like still it's okay. After 20, it shows flag yellow color. So if you are going to view it, okay, you can see what exactly it shows. 37% similarity, right? So I just put something, copy paste from somewhere, and then I put it to show you guys. So it's showing like here something like, okay, this part is like, okay, this part looks like reference number 3 something, and then different part it actually shows this is maybe reference. So the Turnitin, another thing is, once you it's not necessary like you are copy pasting everything. Maybe here I need to put the citation, like the reference number 1. Once I put from where I took, then actually Turnitin will not show this is similar work. Okay. Like this, actually Turnitin will show you, then you can change. And once you change, okay, so
Tania,
once
Tania,
yes,
you have to make it clear. I think what Turnitin is doing is, if you put in material from other papers which are uncited, then it will consider that as plagiarism. If you cite them appropriately, they will not be considered plagiarism. So that's what Tania is trying to say here. You must cite them, and it highlights that, because we do use material from other places, and there's nothing wrong with that as long as they're appropriately cited. It's only a problem when you use the material uncited as if it's your own, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Then the references you can change. That's what like the use of Turnitin can be done. So the references you can put, and always remember you must resubmit on the same one. Otherwise,
one
suppose.
More point, can you go back to the document you were showing this now? If you click the side panel, it'll actually show them what it's matching to.
Yes.
Do you want to click and just give a quick look? You know how the 33, if you click on it, it will highlight what one is matching. Yes, this.
Yeah,
it
this
actually
one
will show you that you're 7%. So you'll want to try and not. So you're 7% similar to reference 1, and 4% similar to reference 24. Okay.
Yes. That's what, like, in the whole paper, it's showed that, like, this is reference 7 or this one 10, something like that. So you can actually put the citation or do it differently and change. Okay. Anything else you want to?
So for the requirement of your thesis, you cannot be more than 20%
Yes,
similar.
cannot be 20%. And then another thing, once you find the, it's, suppose it's more than 20%, then you must have to resubmit on the same place. If I submit like here or someone else account, then Turnitin will take my this one and the other one. So it will like copying. Then my own work will be like copy, because two different place. That's why they put the resubmit option. The same thing I must submit here. Okay. And then once I put for, if I go for the publication, then they will, once they check, they will find actually it was already there, if it's not my account. Okay. So if your supervisor submit, then the resubmission must be done from the same account and same place. Okay. And then I want to show maybe how you can submit. Once you submit, okay, click the button submit. The test. Okay. Then you can choose from your computer, Dropbox or Google Drive. So I choose from my computer. Uh, maybe testing Endnote, I put it. Okay. So it's like, once I done, I attach this and then I will upload the file. Then it's uploaded. And once it uploading, you need to please confirm that this file is the file you would like to submit. Okay. So you can actually check this is my file or not. Okay. So I am checking. So I confirm this is the file I want to check. So I confirm. Then once I confirm, it's actually gone, then return to assignment list. You can see third one is processing. I already put this to, because it's sometimes it takes long time for the processing. Sometimes, so it's better. Then once it's submitted, like process done, then it will show how much, how much percentage it's match or doesn't match. Then you can actually view, and later you can actually download the original file that you need to submit later. Okay. I think that's all for the Turnitin.
Yes, thank you, Tania. So
yes, I think that's also, I put all the details here. So I think student won't have any problem.
So far what we have covered is how to start your project, how to present your project, and Tania was covering how to actually do a search to get literature to justify the rationale part of your project, as well as how to use some of the important softwares like Endnote and Turnitin to avoid plagiarism and to avoid wasting time on doing referencing manually and to keep record
Yes.
of whatever you're reading.